KwaZulu-Natal authorities say that the province is ready to host Africa's Travel Indaba in Durban. Over 4,000 delegates are expected to arrive in Durban from over 35 countries. It's the first time since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic that the Indaba will take place. The number of attendees are limited to 50% of the capacity of the Inkosi Luthuli International Convention Centre. Well, for a little bit more on this, we're now joined by the MEC for KwaZulu-Natal's Department of Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, MEC Ravi Pillay. Thanks very much indeed for joining us.
Hi, good evening, Peter, and thank you for having me.
Or are you confident that you can handle Travel Indaba with the numbers that we are potentially going to see, given that there seems to be an uptick in COVID-19 numbers?
No, definitely, Peter. We've been very careful and very strict, and there's been all COVID protocols in place, from screening to rapid testing. And we think our delegates are very familiar with those procedures and will apply the necessary discipline. We've been working quite hard to make this a success, and I sense a real excitement that the Indaba is happening and that the tourism sector will kick off again.
What sort of indication have you received in terms of delegate attendance and participation?
Well, the figures yesterday that I saw was, well, all told over the entire period of the Indaba, we expect about 4,000 delegates. We have, I think, 235 hosted exhibitors. That means these are tour operators, airlines, travel agents, marketing organizations that are going to come there and exhibit. There's a whole range of SMMEs as well. I think approximately 50 SMMEs that will also be there exhibiting their products. And then, of course, we'll have the general delegates. We've got 35 countries. Interestingly, the highest number is from the USA at just under 20, and then in decreasing order in other parts of the world, including Africa. So they have confirmed, the airlines. I think the first delegates were arriving today. Tomorrow is the setup day, and it really kicks off on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday.
I mean, this potentially, I guess, could be a huge boost for kick-starting economy that's been wounded and sometimes mortally in parts by COVID-19. Is that what the hope is, that after this Indaba that you'll start to see a surge? Absolutely, Peter.
Look, there's no secret. I say that we're trying to recover from a triple hit. We had, well, some would say it's a quadruple hit if you count the recession, COVID-19, the unrest, and then the floods. But we pride ourselves on being a resilient province. We certainly have a very, very resilient tourism sector. And, we were really, January, February, and March were really good numbers in the tourism sector. We were hoping for a real bumper Easter, but that was not to be because of the floods. But all that work and systems are in place, and we think we are ready to bounce back. In fact, the next week, after the Indaba, we're going to have an even bigger conference, which is the United Nations Child Labor Conference, where the delegates will be even higher. So we're really putting our shoulders to the wheel. COVID-19 is there. We have to learn to manage it. And I think the industries have put in place the necessary protocols. And for the Indaba itself, as I say, there's all screening, testing systems will be there. But yes, to answer your question, we want to rebuild. We want to now start building towards a fantastic July vacation period. We have the July Handicap, the famous horse race that's in that time. We've got the Comrades not long thereafter. And you're not going to hold KZN down.
All right, tell us about the theme, Africa's Stories, Your Success. What are you telling us there?
Well, look, firstly, it's a continental Indaba. Of course, it's hosted by South African Tourism in KZN. And we want to, I think we sometimes do ourselves down in not marketing ourselves strongly enough as to our products that we have. Africa as a whole has some tremendous products. The world recognizes it. So in South Africa, we do. And of course, we as KZN, saying from our 600 kilometers of beaches to the Drakensberg Mountains, to the Midlands, to our historical sites from the Mandela capture site to Isandlwana and Battle of Blood River. We have 2 World Heritage sites in the Drakensberg and Smangaliso Wetland Park, not to mention our game reserves with the Big Five. So that's some pretty big competitive advantages there, and I think the world is wants to see this, and we need to create the correct climate and make it known that we are back in business.
All right, so I wonder if COVID-19, apart from just disrupting and trying to come back, has it changed the Indaba in any ways in terms of how it's done and how people interact?
Look, a lot of it is physical this time. You know, we could, in the past 2 years, many engagements have been largely virtual. So we want to comply with the 50% rule, but certainly it's back to a post-COVID period where we want to have physical engagements. That's why you're seeing the numbers up to 4,000 delegates. But certainly in terms of the protocols in the meetings, the spacing, the general disciplines to be observed, to the catering side, all of that, we want to believe that there's an inbuilt consciousness by people, which is an important part of how we approach the pandemic.
And representation from across the continent, how big is Africa's travel Indaba? How many countries?
Well, look, I think we have 65 from Nigeria. That's on the non-hosted buyers. I've got a list of the hosted buyers. I'm just looking non-hosted. This means these people are paying their own way. 65 from Nigeria, which is Ghana, 9, Botswana, 8, Zimbabwe, 7, Kenya, Lesotho, Democratic Republic, Congo, Angola, Uganda. All of them will be represented in significant numbers.
All right, MEC, we wish you the best of luck, and we certainly hope that this Indaba grows to its full flight and brings in all that travel and tourism that we desperately need. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.